A billionaire, philanthropist, and film producer, and host to some of the most lavish parties in Hollywood, this man had several titles under his belt, but most importantly, a prince. Haji Abdul Azim seemingly had it all until he couldn't. What happened to this young royal of a tiny but extremely rich Southeast Asian country of Brunei that made the world take notice? How did a guy who won the genetic lottery, who rubbed shoulders with some of Hollywood's biggest A-listers, end up being shunned by many from the same community? And how did the son of the longest-serving monarch in the world, Sultan Hassanal Bolkiah, suddenly end up dead? Welcome back to Never-Ending Celebs. The year is 1982, and the Sultan of Brunei, Hassanal Bolkiah, cherishes the birth of his second son with his second wife, Haji Mariam. The oil-rich country welcomes its prince with much fanfare, and there's no question that the future's already looking bright for the newest royal. The Sultan wants his son, Prince Azim, to eventually grow up into a mighty military general and take up administrative responsibilities. He's already charted out a plan for him. But things rarely go according to plan in life, even for one of the richest people on the planet. Brunei is a country in Southeast Asia, situated on the northern coast of the island of Borneo. The country has been blessed with petroleum and natural gas resources, making it one of the richest nations in the world, and Sultan Bolkiah, one of the richest men in the world. Prince Azim grew up in the royal palace in the capital city of Bandar Seri Begawan, amidst luxuries and riches that knew no bounds. His father, Sultan Bolkiah's fortune, is estimated at over $30 billion. For decades, he was known as a godfather of excess. The wealthiest man in the world for many years, the Sultan of Brunei knew how to spend the vast riches that flowed from the oil deposits bestowed upon the tiny Southeast Asian nation he controlled with absolute power. He is reported to possess over 7,000 cars, including 600 luxury Rolls-Royces, over 450 Ferraris, and 380 Bentleys. His palace, which he built for his family, holds the Guinness World Record for the largest palace in the world, and it is the epitome of extravagance. While his mother, before marrying the Sultan, came from a relatively humble background and was an air hostess. Prince Azim, one of 12 siblings of the royal family, had access to some of the highest standards of education in the world. He studied in England at Leighton Park School in Berkshire and the Oxford Brookes University in Oxford. But things were not all hunky-dory, as soon in 2003, the Sultan divorced his mother, stripped her of all royal titles and privileges, and married a TV presenter 33 years younger than him. But Prince Azim was allowed to stay in the palace and was afforded all of his whims and fancies at will. Later in 2008, he was also enrolled in the Royal Military Academy, Sandhurst, England, which has been home to many members of royal families around the world. He became the only royal family member in the world to quit the academy after just 1 week. Guess who was not pleased by this development? Of course, the Sultan Brunei himself. This bore the first seeds of discontent and separation between the two royals. Prince Azim realized that the life of a military dictator and a powerful administrator was not his calling. Instead, he found the charm of celluloid, the lights, and the opulence of Hollywood Tinseltown to be much more appealing. So he set out with earnest eyes, honest intentions, and just a few $1 billion of family inheritance to make his name and place among the who's who of Hollywood. And, as any struggling artist will tell you, nothing opens doors in the entertainment business faster than inside connections or a few $1 billion of pocket change. For Prince Azim, the extra shiny gates to the promised land opened with welcoming arms. The prince soon became known for throwing parties filled with celebrity guests. He threw 2009's Party of the Year, featuring such guests as Janet Jackson, Mariah Carey, and Sophia Loren. The bill for flowers alone came to about £70,000 with his order of 6,000 white roses. The party was held at Stapleford Park Country House Hotel in Leicestershire, which is owned by Prince Azim's mother, Mariam Aziz, the former wife of the billionaire Sultan of Brunei. His 30th birthday bash in 2012 was another diva fest that made a number of headlines at the time, taking place in the Dorchester Hotel in London and featuring celebrity guests including Raquel Welch, Marissa Tomei, and Pamela Anderson. On one notable occasion, he threw a party at which guests received goodie bags worth £20,000 each, the Times reported. They contained original oil paintings, a dental makeover, and a voucher for a Kenyan safari. Bet those $5 billion came in handy. He soon became a producer with the London-based film company Daryl Prince Productions. Prince Azim produced the 2014 drama You're Not You, starring Hilary Swank, as well as the 2018 film The Happy Prince with Emily Watson, Colin Firth, and Rupert Everett. And soon as a rich, wealthy, and now famous Hollywood producer, Prince Azim took to philanthropy as fish do to water, following the footsteps of many large-headed celebrities before him. Prince Azim became an advocate for the arts and creative industries and championed and donated to several causes around youth and people with disabilities. In 2009, he designed unisex weekend bags for MCM. The proceeds went to the Make-A-Wish Foundation UK, a charity in which he was one of the wealthier patrons. In May 2011, at a charity show in Brunei Darussalam, held at the Empire Hotel and Country Club's Indira Samudra Hall, at which 31 persons with autism performed, Prince Azim said that those with autism should be treated with respect, as would to any of your family members. On the 27th of April 2013, at the opening of the second ASEAN Autism Network Congress, he urged that appropriate support be given to families with autistic family members. But as you all know with Hollywood, the shine wears off pretty quickly, as it did with Prince Azim. At the home front, things were taking quite a turn. Why? Well, the government of Brunei is an absolute monarchy ruled by the Sultan. News that the then 72-year-old Sultan had come under fire from governments and activists around the world for announcing that those convicted of gay sex in the Islamic country would be executed as per the Sharia penal code. Critics felt that this was an indication that the aging monarch wanted to leave a religious legacy that sought to compensate for his family's controversies. The Sultan is getting on in years now, and his family hasn't always had the cleanest of reputations, said Matthew Wolf, the founder of human rights group, the Brunei Project. Certainly, there are a lot of people talking about the hypocrisy of laws that the Sultan and his government are implementing, when his family, in the past, could have been seen as violating these laws with some of their antics, said Wolf. Some people see it as a way of cleaning up and perhaps creating his legacy. Gay blogger Perez Hilton even went and outed Prince Azim. He said, "Y'all know I don't out people anymore. I used to do that back in the day, but I'm making an exception here. I'm guessing the Sultan of Brunei doesn't know that his son, Prince Azim, is a big old homo. I would know because I have spent time with Prince Azim." Prince Azim responded by saying that he did not mind being outed, but he was concerned that it probably hurt a few people in the community. He tried to maintain close ties with Hollywood despite unease among celebrities by his father's pro-Sharia stances. This whole fiasco shattered Azim completely, with some of his close aides mentioning that he started showing signs of mental stress, bipolar disorder, and extreme mood fluctuations. A wide outrage spread out among Hollywood and other activists around the globe against the Sultan and his policies. Ellen DeGeneres and George Clooney were a few of the celebrities who called for a boycott of the luxury hotels around the world owned by the Sultan. A report also mentioned that Azim, who was fourth in line to the throne of Brunei, had been photographed with a number of LGBTQ celebrities, including Caitlyn Jenner and Olympic athlete Gus Kenworthy, and was known for throwing lavish parties with celebrity-studded guest lists where the booze flows freely, despite also being banned under the law, according to LGBTQNation.com. But the protests apparently worked. A month after outlining proposals to roll out the strict new laws, Sultan Bolkiah went back on his plans amid a boycott of hotels he owns across the world. But despite this, many of Prince Azim's supposedly close aides, whom he used to regularly hang out with, left his side immediately as soon as the news from Brunei broke out. He was left alone with nowhere to go. The family where he was brought up in had gone against his beliefs, while the family he had adopted during his stay in Hollywood had abandoned him without giving him a chance. The rich pariah truly felt alone for the first time and probably realized that money, fame, and influence could only get you so much in life. he started feeling very ill and went back to his home country for treatment. News broke out soon that Prince Azim died on the 24th of October 2020 at the Jeradong Park Medical Center in Jeradong following a long battle against an undisclosed illness. He was 38 years old at the time of his death. The official announcement of his death was made later on the day he died. Some celebrities on social media, like Daniel Lismore and Janet Jackson, offered their condolences. On the 27th of October 2020, his brother Prince Mateen released a post on Instagram that stated the cause of death was multiple organ failure, which was caused by persistent infections due to severe systemic vasculitis, which Prince Azim was diagnosed with early into 2020. In the same statement, Mateen revealed that Azim additionally suffered from bipolar disorder. This tragic tale of Prince Azim of Brunei once again reminds us of the fickle nature of money, fame, glitz, and glamour. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to our channel, Never Ending Celebs, for more interesting and informative videos like this. And while you're at it, make sure you smash that like button and leave a comment to show us your support. We will see you very soon with another video.